live stream. This is actually my first one that I'm doing on YouTube. I'm usually active on Instagram. I usually do night tarots there. I do readings there. Check out my Instagram page. It's definitely on my bio, as well as all my information about how to book a reading with me. Okay, and please note that all my readings are worldwide, so it doesn't matter which country you come from, as long as we work with the same services that I provide, and we work on converting the currencies, okay, to its definite price. Okay, but other than that, welcome to my live stream. I'm actually quite excited for this. I'm actually quite happy. I haven't been on here for months, so this is actually a really great way for me to reconnect on here, to share my online presence and to gift you that presence, and I'm really happy to do that. So what do you guys say? Let's do some night tarot. Okay, let's see. What are the April predictions for this coming month? What is it that the collective needs to expect in the month of April 2025? Let's see what the collective... Ooh, okay, I'm already seeing the Empress, so definitely a lot of control with self, control within self, control within, spaces, control within your, associations, how you behave around people, how you let other people treat you. You have a lot of discipline around those areas, a lot of discipline in your day-to-day duties and your responsibilities, a lot of discipline within your craft, a lot of discipline with who you are, a lot of discipline with your embodiment, a lot of discipline within your journey. And I feel like it's very important to have self-control. It's very important to be very firm and to stand firmly with who you are, to stand firm in your identity. And I think that's very important. It's clarified with the Eight of Pentacles. So there's definitely a lot of crafting that you're going to do in the month of April. There's a lot of skill building that you're going to be focusing on. There's a lot of work and projects that you're going to be doing that's going to be very fulfilling. Someone is going to be very busy in the month of April. You're going to be very busy, and apologetically, because the things that you set out for yourself are for a greater cause. And that's where the self-discipline and self-control comes from. Okay, you could be an Aries, you could be a Virgo, you could be a Taurus, or you could be a Capricorn. The signs don't really matter. It's just for extra juice and spice. But definitely, you could be someone who has natural leadership skills. You could be someone who also, you're very accomplished with areas of law. You could be accomplished in areas of content creating. You could be accomplished in poetry. You could be accomplished in another craft, in another crafting that you do. Hey, thank you so much for joining my live on YouTube. So the month of April is going to be very interesting, okay? Very interesting in that you're going to take full ownership in who you are. You're going to take full ownership in your crafting. You're going to take full ownership in your skill building and bettering your skills and bettering your crafts and bettering your projects, or completing unfinished projects, or completing things that are fulfilling and that need your discipline, that need your time, that need your energy. So it's very important to maintain that self-control in the month of April 2025. All right, so let's see what else is in store. Hey, welcome. Coming to you live from YouTube. I'm doing an April prediction, so stay tuned and stick around, okay? Hey, thank you so much for joining my live. So this is going to be an April prediction. I've already spoken about a few things that you need to focus on in the month of April. So let's dig deeper into seeing what the month of April is going to be in store for us. Okay. If you'd like to book a personal reading, all my information is on my bio. All right, all my information is there, my contact details, and also as well as how I do my pricing and everything else. So if you'd like to book a reading, please do inquire. Send me a text on WhatsApp and let me know, if you're interested in receiving a personal reading from me. More personalized, more intimate, more connected, as they say. So let's see what else is in store for us in the month of April for the collective. What's in store in the month of April for the collective? What else is in store? Okay, a lot of you are going to be working on bettering your relations with people. A lot of you are going to be working on your heart spaces. A lot of you are going to be working on your emotions, realigning your emotions. You're going to work on community. You're going to work on family, bettering your relationships with family, bettering your relationships where you feel, there's a huge gap there, where you feel there's unfulfillment, where you feel there's a lot of fixing to do, a lot of amending to do. And I feel like in the month of April, you will do those amendings. But if you're called to do that, it's very important, like, we said in the beginning, to maintain the self-control and discipline. So if you're called to do it because you are so aware of yourself, if you are being called to amend certain situations, if you're being called to mend certain connections with people or certain connections that you have with people, then you should do that. So the month of April is going to be all about awareness. It's going to be all about really how how you think, and how you think about yourself, how you think about your relationships, what you want to be fixed, what you want to be let go of. And I feel you're going to be in this era of reestablishment, this era of energy clearing. Hey, welcome to my live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That will be amazing. But thank you all for being here. It's very, very heartfelt to see people on here. Okay, clarify this 10 of cups for me, because this is all about, friendships, relationships, family relations. So I feel like a lot of amending is going to take place here. A lot of reconnections are going to take place here. But it's not going to just be random individuals. It's not going to be random connections. It's going to be connections where you feel are worth fixing, or connections where you feel are worth fighting for, are worth your energy. People that are an emotional match or an emotional frequency match to you. You're not just going to dive deep into rekindling broken relationships, rekindling relationships that don't need fixing, but you are going to be so aware. You're going to be in such an emperor stage, an emperor who's in self-control of their lives, who is disciplined with their decision making. You're going to be very strategic with the relations that you amend in the month of April. And that's a very powerful tool to have. It's a very powerful tool to be so aware of certain connections that actually don't need amending, but connections that are worth fighting for. And it's very important to be aware of that. It's very important in the month of April to be aware of connections that need building, connections that need fixing, and connections that simply need to be let go of. Very important in the month of April. Okay, so thank you so much for your greetings. Thank you so much for giving me your positive vibes. Thank you so much for being on here. Okay, so let's clarify this 10 of cups. All right, tell me more about these relationships or these relations. We have the Two of Pentacles. All right, so this is definitely saying with the 10 of Pentacles that this particular enough to hold on to, where you felt there wasn't a lot to put out, where you felt there wasn't a lot to put in efforts because there wasn't any effort to begin with. And now you're looking at this connection, you're like, okay, is this worth rekindling in the month of April? Is this particular connection worth fighting for in the month of April? And now you're using your discernment to decide. But this particular connection here could have been a connection where it wasn't equally reciprocal. It wasn't an equal give and take. There was a lot going on here. Okay, both parties weren't able to prioritize each other that much. It could be the one, it could be both. You know, take whatever resonates with you, leave what doesn't resonate with you. But in the month of April, whatever this connection is a connection that you felt was long lasting, was a connection where you felt was worth fighting for. This could have been a connection you had with, I'm seeing a water sign, I'm seeing an air sign. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay. But there's definitely, this is the type of connection where it needs a lot of deep thinking. It needs a lot of reevaluating. It needs a lot of truth. It needs a lot of honesty. Okay. In the month of April, I feel like you're going to test the waters with this connection. You're going to test whether or not, is it safe? Is it still safe to put effort in? Is it still safe to hold space for this particular person? Okay, so that's what I see here in the month of April. Tell me what the possible outcome is concerning this connection, concerning, it could be any kind of situation. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be a lover. Take whatever resonates with you. Give me the overall outcome of this connection. We have the Knight of Cups. So definitely the overall outcome is, there could be mending here. There could be a romantic gesture that has been made here, some kind of romantic proposal. So someone is going to come with an apology in the month of April. Okay, this also could be you. Energies can be flipped and interchanged, don't forget that. But if this is you who feels you need to extend an apology to someone, then this could be your energy. But there's definitely some amending that's going to take place in the month of April. So I'm definitely seeing this particular connection, whoever this is that's on your mind right now, whoever's in your heart space. It could be a family, it could be a friend, it could be a lover. This particular connection is worth amending. This particular connection is worth fighting for. This particular connection, it could be also with a Scorpio here. All right, this connection is worth receiving the apology. Okay, if someone comes with an apology in the month of April, and if this is your person or your situation, then definitely look out for an apology in the month of April. Look for some kind of empathy in the month of April, some kind of romantic proposal in the month of April, someone coming offering you love, romance. You could be dealing with a classic romantic person, someone whose love language is gifting, someone whose love language is spoiling. Okay, so you might want to look out for this person. So use your discernment to decide whether or not you want to receive this apology, whether or not you want to receive this person or make amends with this person. Okay, remember that self-control that I spoke about. You will know exactly what to do. You will know exactly what to do with this particular energy, and I feel you're going to be ready for it. But as of now, you're too busy. Really, you are busy with your own redefinement. You're busy with your own creation here. You're busy with your own projects. You're busy with your own work. You're putting in a lot of energy, a lot of time into your work. You're putting in a lot of time into the things that you want to see grow and expand. And I'm loving that for you. So we will see in the month of April what you decide, really. But this is, it's very important to understand that the month of April is going to be all about decision making, but your decisions should come from an analytical point of view. Your decisions should come from a strategic point of view. Don't just rush in impulsively to decide and make decisions for yourself, but also be considerate of other energies involved, and all of that stuff, all of that good stuff. Hey, thank you so much for joining my live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, what else do we need to know for the month of April? What else do we need to know about the month of April for the collective? And there goes all my cards flying out dramatically. Okay, so we have 4 cards out here. Ooh, they're all in reverse. Okay, let's dissect these cards. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, we have the Death and Rebirth in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so what else is going to happen in the month of April? In terms of your emotions, in terms of you handling or regulating your emotions. Be careful not to put or set aside how you feel about certain things in the month of April. Be careful not to put things under the rug. Be careful not to put things that bother you, that drain you, that cause discomfort aside. Be careful not to not consider those things. Be very aware of what makes you uncomfortable. Be very aware of what makes you feel drained and hopeless. Be very aware of what makes you feel disconnected. Don't put aside your feelings. Don't put aside your intuition. Don't put aside your inner thoughts about certain things. Don't put aside your inner wisdom when it comes to the kind of clarity that you're going to be receiving from certain things. It's very important to be aware of your emotions. It's also very important to be acknowledging of your emotions. With the Death and Rebirth card here in reverse, it's telling me that you keep going backwards instead of forward. Okay, so in the month of April, be very careful not to indulge in the same old habits and the same old behaviors and the same old cycles again. And then we have the Hanged Man finally in reverse. Now, you're definitely going to come out of isolation soon. You're going to step into April coming out of isolation, coming out of hermiting, coming out of solitude. You've taken the time to really do enough energetic clearing. You've taken the time to create space, to allow things to come in that are more safe, that are more welcoming, that are more of substance to your energy. And that's a good thing. But just be careful not to fall back into these unhealthy habits again. All right? Make sure you take good care of your heart space. Make sure you are acknowledging of your emotions, your true emotions. Be aware of how your emotions direct you or where they direct you to. Hey, can I be added for a question reading? Hey, Dons, if you'd like a personal reading, please actually, my details are on my bio. My details are on my bio on YouTube. So if you'd like to book a reading, please actually do book a reading so that so that I'm more present, so that I'm more helpful when it comes to receiving clarity. I'm not taking in questions tonight, but I will be doing more of these live streams. So definitely do know that I will always be here to take in questions, but just not tonight. And also know that I do take personal readings as well. Okay, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, like I said, go to my page, or rather go to my information page where it is on YouTube, my bio, and check how to book a reading with me. Readings are welcome to anyone across the world. Wherever you are in the world, you are welcome to receive a personal reading from me. Currencies are going to differ, services are the same. Okay, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, everyone that is on this live today and everyone else who's going to be watching my YouTube, I'm going to upload this tomorrow. So anyone who is going to view this video, please note that I do take personal readings and all my information is on my bio, okay, on my YouTube channel. All right, all my information is there. Okay, thank you. All right, so that is all I have for April predictions. It's very important that we take note of these things. It's very important that we are aware of what's happening. Very important that we are aware of what might transpire in the month of April 2025. So thank you so much for tuning into my live stream tonight. It was really, really fun having you. Thank you so much for all your greetings, your love, your positivity. Thank you so much for being a part of this um, live stream. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. All right. Okay. Just sorry about that. I just had to check something. Okay, I don't really know how you work this thing. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay.